The Lakers are also in action. The overall favorite to win the season's title. They take on MVP favorite Luka Doncic, and the Mavs will try to rebound from last night's loss. Max Kell up first. Who's the most important player in this matchup?
I'm sorry, Molly, could you repeat it? You cut out in the audio for a second.
Yeah. All good. Who's the most important player in this matchup, Max, with the Lakers and the Mavs?
Most important player is Luka.
You hear me?
Luka is, yep.
Okay.
The most important player is Luka Doncic. By the way, I don't think he played especially well last night. He can play better than that. And what we're really looking for with Luka is a couple of things. One, you want that three-point shot to fall a little better than it fell last year, and he can shoot it, but he took a lot of them, and it wasn't like he was hitting them at a great percentage. And two, you want to see his defense improve. He's already playing at near MVP levels. I expect him to win the MVP this season. But particularly without Porzingis, he's going to have to do some team carrying. As I mentioned to start the show, they're an exceptionally well-coached offensive team. They seem to have everything they need, or just about, if Porzingis is in, but they need Luka to be the best version of himself and to continue to develop in order to get there.
Well, I have to disagree with you again, Max, and I think it's going to be Anthony Davis. He's going to be the X factor in that game because no one on the Mavericks could guard him. Even if they had Porzingis, he still would have trouble guarding AD. AD eats his lunch every single time, takes his lunch money every single time they match up. So when you look at this matchup on Christmas Day, who's going to stop him? Are you going to put Cleve on him? You're going to put Powell on him? No one has an answer for Anthony Davis on the Dallas Mavericks. So I'm looking for him to have a monster night and bounce back from his season opener, which I think he didn't play well at all. I'm looking for him to have a 30-20 type night on Christmas Day. So Anthony Davis is the guy to look for in that matchup, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with you about the matchup, although, Kleber, you could do worse than some of the guys that the Mavericks can throw. No one's going to stop a guy like Anthony Davis. That's why he's a superstar. And offensive players have a huge advantage. But in terms of teams that have long defenders who can do some job, like a good job on them, or as good a job as you'd expect for role players to do, I think the Mavs have some guys like that. I mentioned Kleber, Dorian Finney-Smith, guys like that. They ain't gonna match up with AD, but they're defenders. Without Kristaps Porzingis, you're right. AD should go get his. Does that make him the most important player in the game? Or does that make him a player who is fortunate that the other team doesn't have the guy most likely to match up with him who, yeah, AD is better than KP, but Porzingis is 7'3" and can really play defense, and you also have to worry about him on the other side of the court. Therefore, Luka has to compensate. He has to be the best version of himself for the Mavs to compete.
That's what I'm saying, though, Max. I'm saying it because no one could guard Anthony Davis, so he should go out there and dominate. That's why I'm saying he's the most important player in this matchup, because no one can stop him on the Dallas Mavericks, so he should have it his way and carry the Lakers to their first win of the season.
Well, you're making a prediction. I agree with the prediction. The Lakers should certainly be big favorites against the Mavs without Porzingis. I'm saying because of what you're pointing out, Luka's importance to his team is heightened. Like, the Lakers match up, that's a pretty good game if you took AD out. If it was, let's say it was LeBron. Let's say it was LeBron and supporting cast with no AD. It's still an interesting game. You put AD in the game, of course the Lakers are going to be favored to win, naturally. I'm saying that's why Luka becomes so important to his team. He's got to be the best version of himself to compete. I'm getting the sense that you slid down the chimney and someone ate your milk and cookies when you got there, Perk. You're grumpy today.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.